Hi, this is Lydia Jones from Bethel Baptist Church. I wanted to bring a quick Bible study this week. I've been thinking a lot about the topic of motherhood, obviously, because Mother's Day is on Sunday. And one of the mothers that really stood out to me in the Bible, there are many mothers that you can look at. You can look at Sarah, just all different people. But one of the ones that stood out to me was Jochebed, the mother of Moses. In Exodus 2, we see that she's born into slavery pretty much, and she's given the option to either kill her child or to give it away. And in Exodus 2:11 it says, "And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and laid it in the flags by the river's brink." So pretty much Jochebed, she couldn't hide her son anymore, and he was crying a lot, and the soldiers would go and they would just kill whoever was a male child that was Hebrew. And so she didn't know what was going to happen, but she tried to save her child. She took him to the river, and she put him in this little ark, and she stuck it in the bulrushes, and she just left it there and left his sister there to watch it. Long story short, the princess of Egypt found it, and she noticed that he was a Hebrew child, and she decided to take him as her own son. And she made Moses' mother his nanny. And I noticed something that really stuck out to me in verse, I believe it was 11. And verse 10, sorry. And it says, "And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, because she said, I drew him out of the water." And I can't imagine being Moses' mother Jochebed, having to give up her son pretty much for adoption. And either having that choice between giving him up for adoption or letting him die. We eventually see how God blessed her for her choice to give him up by making him the leader of his people, and he was the one to bring them out of slavery. But I wanted to encourage you guys, we as mothers, God sees every sacrifice we make for our child, and he'll bless us for it. The second person I thought of was a lady named Jehoshabeath, and it's a really long, crazy name, and we don't really hear a lot about her in the Bible, but she was the aunt of King Joash in 2 Kings. Second Chronicles 22. And in chapter 22 of Second Chronicles, we see how Jehoshabeath's mother is this evil queen. Her name's Athaliah. She worships false gods. Jehoshabeath's brother, the king, also worships false gods. And at the end of this, we kind of see how Jehoshabeath's mom, Athaliah, ends up killing off pretty much all of her kids and grandkids so that she can become the queen. And instead of Jehoshabeath using her power to getting good with her mom, she saves a little boy named Joash, her nephew, and she hides him for 6 years in the temple. And it says in chapter 22, verse 11, "Jehoshabeath took Joash and stole him from among the king's sons which were slain or dead. So Jehoshabeath hid him from Athaliah." So even though she was his aunt, she cared for him like a mother. And I noticed a couple things. One, she sacrificed for her nephew, and she was dedicated to him. And she was dedicated to teaching him the scriptures. It says that she hid him in the temple for 6 years. And at the end of that, she was rewarded by becoming the queen mother when he took the throne. So I wanted to encourage you that investing in your child, it may not be your child, it may be someone else that you're helping to raise. God will see that, and he'll bless you for it. Jehoshabeath was an aunt, but God still used her to influence her child greatly. The third one I wanted to point out was the story of Eunice and Lois, and that is in 2 Timothy 1:5. We're introduced to Lois, and she actually is a grandmother. She's involved in teaching her grandson Timothy the scriptures. And we also see Lois, his mother, who also is teaching him the scriptures. She's married to a Greek who really didn't care about the scriptures or about the Jewish religion at all. In 2 Timothy, Paul writes, "When I call to remembrance the unfeigned or the sincere faith that is in thee, which dwelt first in thy grandmother Lois and thy mother Eunice, I am persuaded or convinced in thee also." Both Timothy's grandmother and mother taught him the scriptures and made sure that the church was a priority, even though his dad was not a believer. And we can see here that even a grandmother has a great impact on a child's life, and so does the mother. We as moms and grandmothers have a big impact on our kids' spiritual lives, and we need to make church and make Christ a priority. The last thing I wanted to kind of leave you guys with was this. There's a verse in Psalm 31, or sorry, Proverbs 31, verse 8. It says, "Her children shall rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her." And I wanted to encourage you that God sees mothers and he will bless us, and our kids will eventually see what we do for them, and will appreciate it too. Thanks. By the way, we miss you all. Stay tuned for an announcement we're going to have soon regarding when we're going to start services again. Let us know if we can pray for you about anything. Send me a private message on Facebook or Instagram. Let us know. You can contact any of us if you have any needs. We really miss you all. We're praying for you. I know some of you have messaged with specific needs. We're praying for them. And if anyone else has a prayer request, let us know. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.